Peace and love, world. Peace and love. You're now rocking to the sounds and vibrations of your boy, Don Kilam, also known as Malik Kilam. And as always, prosperity is your birthright. How y'all feeling today? It's Saturday, right? Yeah, it's Saturday. How y'all feeling? This is dropping. So look, man, I got a class that's going to begin in less than an hour. So I'm just promoting it right now. But as always, you know I'm not a licensed attorney or tax expert. I do this for educational, informational purposes only. So look, I'm going to drop the game right here. Here's the sauce, man. Here's what I'm going to go over. You still got time to sign up. I'll send you the link. Here's what I'm going. So I'll send you the link. So that wasn't supposed to be in there. So I'm gonna teach people how to get a house, how to get a mortgage, not a house really, a mortgage. Teach you how to get a mortgage of one or two ways. There's two different ways you can do it, all right? There's two different ways I recommend. I work with some real estate agents, not in all the states, but look, we'll find one. I'm gonna show everybody how easy it is. There's one where you put a little money down, then there's one where you don't have to put anything down. And if you barely have an income, that's even better. Say, hey, Don Kilam, I don't have money. I can't afford a mortgage. Even better. There's a loan just for people just like you, all right? So here's how you're gonna get this. Yes, the class is being recorded. You'll get access to the replay. I'm gonna give you access to these ebooks I had compiled and put together for you. So look, I'm not gonna give you access to the funding class because the funding class is September 17th, all right? But check this out, because the top 10 funding for your business, for startup businesses, if you sign up for this class, you'll get access to that class as well. And I'm asking for a $197 donation for the startup businesses. You drop the $97 donation, you'll receive access to our top 10 funding for startup businesses and our home loan class, all right? You'll get access to both of these, all right? Now, I'm going live. I want y'all to know I was having technical difficulties. They switched up the number that I usually have you call in, sign up online. The number was changed. I mean, you could probably still click and go to the same thing, but I just changed it. I'm giving it to you via private YouTube links, all right? I'm gonna share the class on a private YouTube link. But I do have the ebooks. If everybody signed up for the class, if they dropped a donation, send me the email. If you haven't received access, make sure you send a screenshot of your proof of payment, because how do I know you paid? Make sure I know who you are, all right? Send proof of your payment to booking@donkilam.com. BOOKING at DONKILAM. Booking@donkilam.com, all right? Or whatever email you got access to, you can send me, just send me an email, all right? If you got one of my emails. I want to make sure that you got access to the class. I resent emails out. I sent a lot of emails out. I gave a lot of people, even other people, access to this class that maybe didn't even pay, but I made sure all my members got access. If you're a member, you can reach out to me however you see fit. Make sure you get the ebook, all right? And make sure you get access to the next class. Now, the top 10 funding class, let me tell you when that's gonna be. It's gonna be September 17th. So that's in a couple weeks. I'm gonna break down, but I'm gonna give everybody that joins my class tonight, I'm gonna give everybody, it's September 17th at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But everybody who joins my class tonight, I'm gonna give them 5 out of 10 already. I'm just gonna give you the game, 5 out of 10. Now, so I got 7 of them, like 6 or 7, where I have personal contacts information. I may not give all of those out today. That will be saved for the class. So over half of them, we do have personal contacts that you can actually email and reach out to, or call or text and reach out to, and they'll work with you directly to do their best to get you funding. They do it's their job to do what they can to get funding for your business. All right. is their job for startup businesses. Some of these you may not even have nothing. You might not even, but you're gonna need a bank account, all right? You are gonna need a business bank account. So don't try to get funding without a business bank account. But other than that, now if you got 90 days of revenue, we can definitely work with you on that. If you got a year, most definitely. So I'm gonna give away 5 of them tonight for y'all, all right? For sure. And then I'm gonna go over 2 different ways you can get a mortgage. One with a little bit of money down, and the second one, if you don't have no type of income, or you got little to no income, 9-to-5 job, can prove like up to a year, a bank statement, or a year of verifiable income at a job or whatever, we can help you with no money down, all right? There's so many different ways, and it doesn't matter where you are. This is eligible for all 50 states, all right? All 50 states in the United States. So put hashtag FHA in the memo box, Cash App, TheDonKilam. Put your email address in the memo box. So this is what we're going over tonight. I'm going over 2 different ways to get funding for a home, for a mortgage. And then I'm going to listen. And then they're like, what if I can't afford the mortgage? Well, there's 1 or 2 ways. If you want to pay the mortgage and be legit, that's what I advise. I'm going to show you what to do. There's ways you can turn that home to make money. There's a number of ways to turn your home into money. All right? There's so many ways. So you just got to be specific before you got to know what you want before you get the loan. All right? And I'm going to go over those things tonight in the class. Also, the startup funding, I'm trying to tell you, this is, anybody can just say they're going to start up a business, all right? So there's different ways. And I've been showing people the ways on how to do the non-for-profits. I went over that yesterday. If you go check out my YouTube, I went over that. I even showed it. I just spelled it all out for you. I gave it to you. I gave you the game. Gave you the game. How you have the 508c1a recognized with the state, and then you can go get grants, all right? And I'm gonna do a video later on, man, showing y'all how to really break down and get the grants. But the number 1 grant you're gonna wanna get with the non-for-profit in your state, peace and love, is gonna be the EIDL. The EIDL loan, all right? And that's game right there. I've seen people get 100,000, 150,000. We got Kiva Styles to build a piece of love. I've seen people get a lot of money with the non-for-profits, all right? So I'm telling you, the home loan class, sign up. You still got time. I'm gonna make sure you got your email address in the memo box, and I'm gonna send you the link, all right? I'm gonna send you the link to the class. I got a few people that's still dropping a donation. I'm gonna make sure after class that you get the ebooks, all right? Everybody that's in the class, that if you drop the donation, I'm gonna have you send me an email or a text with a screenshot with proof of payment, and you will get the ebooks, all right? Now, if you're already a member and you have access to all the classes, just refresh where you get the classes at, and it's gonna pop up tonight, all right? Because I'm gonna put it right there with the rest of the classes, just like I always do, all right? So there's no more confusion, all right? I don't want no confusion, all right? Because y'all be confusing me. I got a lot going on. It's just me. It's a one-man show right now. But I'm always looking for help. I'm looking to unify with my people so we can build something great, you know? Let's get some property and build a community. You follow me? Like, we need to be unified. That's what we really need to be. We need to be unified. That's what we need to be on. That needs to be the goal. So, like, if there's 5 of us that went and got $50,000, because it's not hard to go get $50,000 from your bank, that's $250,000 towards something. 10 of you, that's $500,000, all right? You follow me? 20 of you, that's a whole million. Y'all just put it together towards something. It's not shit to go to your bank manager and ask them for $50,000 if you got the plan together. Make sure you got a plan. Make sure it makes sense. Like, there's even a Debt 30 account called like Wise Builder or something like that. Business plans, you can use those with your bank. There's funding out there that just goes off projections. Wise business plans. I think that's what it's called. I don't know. I'm about to do a class on it later. I have to look in my notes. But there's some places, like it is important to work on your personal credit, all right? This is just my personal opinion. I know some people in the community come to me, they want to get out the system completely. I say use the system as your leverage as long as you know the private knowledge. As long as you know how to protect your assets correctly, because that's the true meaning to me of being a secure party creditor. Learning how to obtain assets and then protect them. And it's own nothing, control everything. You gotta understand that, because you gotta be like the sun and the moon. You follow me? Those are two different energies. Duality. You got night and day. They own nothing, control everything. They own nothing because we need the day, we need the night, we need them both. We rely on the sun. The sun makes everything grow. We rely on the moon. It controls the tides of the oceans. It controls our seasons, to be honest. It helps control our seasons as well, just as the moon. They own nothing, control everything. You follow me? The sun doesn't stake claim and says it owns anything, but we all need it. You follow me? We all need water. You follow me? But it doesn't stake claim to anything. But it's like owning nothing and controlling everything. You gotta always be in control. So the car ain't yours, it's the businesses. You follow me? It's the trust. The house isn't yours, it's the trust. This is how you gotta maneuver. So, and then learn how to get paid out accordingly. You follow me? I hope that makes sense. Some people don't take any. They might take $1 or $2 a salary from the trust, or as a board member. They really can't get paid as a board member because they'd be benefiting because they're also a trustee. You follow me? Hope that makes sense. But funding, man, it's important to get funding. It's important to get funding to fund your dreams. It's important to get funding to fund your businesses. It's important to get funding to fund your household. You can't run a household without funding. So this is why I say it's important. Unless you're growing your own food, you need funding to go get food. You're relying on another source, so it's going to take funds to get that. You follow me? Even if you don't have your own home right now, you're paying somebody else to live there, and that takes funding. A lot of people keep asking me this too, and I should be trying to mix the public and the private because we're talking about the loads. Quit trying to offset your rent. Rent is not a debt. You gotta understand, rent is prepaid. You follow me? Rent is prepaid, so quit trying to offset your rent. I don't understand that whatsoever. Why y'all keep trying to do that? I'm not getting that. It's not making sense. Debts. Rent is not a debt. Now, a mortgage is a debt. Well, I'm gonna get into why I think you should keep up and pay certain mortgages, all right? When dealing with a certain mortgage, you should pay it. And then in a year, you can refinance it and use that same mortgage somewhere else, in the same company, the same mortgage. You can use that somewhere else and go somewhere else. It's good to keep good standing with this mortgage, all right? Refinance, get out that mortgage and use that mortgage to go somewhere else, and boom, you can just offset the last when you refinance, boom. Because you're gonna want to keep you're gonna want to be friends with some type of bank or banker, a bank. You're gonna want to make a bank your friend, all right? Having a bank as a friend is better than having good credit, because you can have good credit, it's still messed up with a lot of people. They won't give you any funding. So if you have some certain banks as your friends that work with you one-on-one, deal with you daily, they know you, they know you're trustworthy. They don't really care about your credit too much. They're going off that personal one-on-one relationship that you have with them. I hope that makes sense. especially with credit unions. I know a handful of people that had horrible credit, but they've been with their credit union so long that their credit union would give them loans, $20,000, $30,000, because they've been with them so long they know they're gonna pay them back. Because the relationship has been that long, you know. These are just simple hacks I'm trying to give y'all, man. How to get this money. How to get this money. It's about the money, man. So I do utilize the social. I do say have good credit. And then I say learn the business side. Even if you're new to the private side of this knowledge, learn the business side. The business side is important. It could save you. It changed my life, to be honest with you. It changed my life. Now, granted, I was stuck in the habit of offsetting debt and getting rid of those debts because it was so easy and so simple. But after a while, they compile a report on you and certain banks won't deal with you no more. So I had to learn how to build relationships with banks, with certain banks that didn't check anything and just build a rapport with them. So be careful with offsetting debt. I say it's better to pay your debts and learn how to create a cash flow and then learn how to build a business credit. Because, listen, hear me out. Hear me out. I'm not trying to get off topic or nothing. Because a lot of people talk about the birth certificate. It's worth millions. It's credit. It's used to offset things. That's how I look at it. And quit trying to cash it in. Quit trying to get paid. Learn how to get paid off your creativity. And learn how to create a cash flow. And be creative with the cash flow you do have. And make it, and when I say creative, be creative with it with different businesses and bank accounts and do funding with yourself. You follow me? And then when you're able to create certain transactions and records with yourself and businesses that you may have under your control, you'll be able to get a lot of funding. You follow me? Now, if you get a lot of clients and a lot of cash flow, you'll definitely get funded. Things they check, I'm gonna tell you right now, things that they check, they'll give you funding with no questions asked. If you got a PayPal account, you're running a lot of money through there, shows you got clients. Shopify account shows you got clients. QuickBooks account, if you run funding through there, shows you got clients. They'll give you funding off these. If you got a Stripe account, you can get money off that. It shows the cash flow. You're running it through there. Square, they'll give you funding off of that. And I'm not talking about going to these companies, hey, let me get a loan from QuickBooks or let me get a loan from PayPal. No, I'm not talking about getting a loan from them. You could take the financial records or allow them to sign in to these financial records and they'll give you a loan based off what their so-called specialists see, all right? What they do is they usually go over the last 90 days, see what the median is, and that's the loan that you get, all right? You follow me? So if say you made $60,000 each month, you made at least $60,000 each month for the first 3 months. That's how much you ran through the account. That's how much the loan they're gonna give you. It's really that simple. Now, you could say you could take up to that. You don't have to take it all. You could take less. But I'm just telling you how it works. And it's so easy. Listen, I'm about to drop you game right now. I'm gonna drop y'all game for free right now. This is why you should sign up for the class, because you know I'm dropping that game. Look, you could take $1,000, right, and keep spending it with your business and create different clients if that's what you chose to do, and then go get funded. You follow me? But what I say is create a legit business. But there's so many ways to get funded. I'll show you how to get it and maneuver it and add to your portfolio, add to the criteria, add to make it seem a little bit weighted, because you can do this. You can go to your website, because they're only, say it's PayPal that you're receiving the money through, and that's hooked up to your website, right? You can put any client name in there that you want. Boom, boom, then the credit card information. Boom, that's a client. You can create clients with Shopify. Shopify, you can create your own clients. Paid, 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 paid. This is all I'm saying, man. This is all I'm saying. There's so many different ways because they look at certain things. You can get loans off of your Shopify account. Just off your Shopify account. If you're selling merchandise on Shopify. All right? Their lenders will just look at your Shopify account. You can get paid, you can get loans just off a PayPal account. Now, if you utilize all of them, you can use all the information, use it together. If that makes sense. And I don't know how else to drop you this game, man, but I got class starting in about a half hour. Home loan class. I'm going to go over 2 different ways, show my people how to get these home loans, get their house, and if they choose to, they can create an income off these homes, all right? You can create an income off these homes, all right? Show y'all how to get this money, man, and then teach you what it is, man. But it's pretty simple. And then next, I'm going to show y'all, I'm going to give y'all 5 funding for your startup business. I'm going to give y'all 5 of them. In a couple of weeks, I'm going to give you the full 10 with contact information. You can contact these people. Like, hey, contact them. I'll give you the phone number or their email address, all right? Or maybe both. Send them a text, and they're going to ask you for certain information. Another thing I need to tell people, to my black folks, man, listen, if y'all want me to help you with the forgiveness, have your damn EIN number ready. How do you expect to get forgiveness if you can't find your EIN number, all right? That's all I'm saying, man. Have your EIN. I like to do everything through text. It is going to be hooked up through your number. It's going to be hooked up through your email. So I'm going to be needing you to work with me, sending me the codes. So when I try to sign in, peace and love, peace and love. When I try to sign in, they're going to send you a code. I'm going to need you to be able to ready to copy and paste so I can sign in and do the forgiveness. And it's pretty simple. If you got all the information that I need, I'm going to need your EIN number and the loan amount, the PPP loan amount. If you didn't use the EIN number, I'm going to need your social security number and then the loan amount, all right? And then it's going to be hooked up to your email address and then the phone number that you have access to because it's going to be sending you codes. This is for identity verification, all right? You follow me? But sign up, $96, man. Y'all still got less than a half hour, but y'all still get the replay. If you don't sign up in time, all right, I'll send you a replay. I'll send you an ebook. I'm going to be going over how to get loans. You're going to want to watch the video, though, because I'm going to get into detail and depth on certain things. And I'm going to drop down the law and show you why it works, all right? Show you why all this works. And then I'm going to go over 5. I'm going to go over 5, the bottom 5 of lenders that I got money from, all right? For my startup business, all right? I started a record label in March, and then I went to a bunch of different people just to see if they'll give me funding based off what I had in the criteria. At first, it wasn't so good, all right? And then I started learning and seeing what they had. Because I didn't want to show them shit. I didn't want to give them my social. I didn't want to give them nothing. I just wanted to say, hey, help me out with my startup business, all right? So I'm going to go over that. I'm going to go over the things. I literally spoke a lot of things into existence. Before I started anything, I sat down with actual business owners and people with funding. Before I even got the EIN number, before I got I said I want to start a record label. Somebody came to me, they heard my song, they wanted to do the music video, and we okayed the music video, but I was looking to get funding for the music video, right? I was looking to get funding for the record label because we was gonna push this single. So I sat down with people, and so the main guy that was there, man, he's worth over like, I believe like 14 million. He was like, no. He was like, stick to what you're doing, because you're the truth. Nobody's ever broke it down to you like that. He was like, we're gonna invest in businesses, but stick to what you're doing. I like what you're doing already. Don't do music. But this other guy I didn't know who this guy was. He was like, how much you talking? You follow me? I was like, he's like, I used to do music. I like your passion. So that's how that went about. So I was like, okay, it is worth something. Heard the song. He's like, it is, so it's worth something. You know, we did the music video, and I set it up as a actual entity in March. Goodyear Records LLC in Arizona. And I've done shows. I've sat down with A&Rs. I've sat down with promoters. I've shook hands and moved and shaped with lots of people in the industry, like famous motherfuckers, man, that's in the industry out here doing it. And it's a lot of hard work. But there's certain ways you got to maneuver with record labels to get funded. But I will show you when you run your business, because I run it as a record company and a financial literacy company. So I was able to get funding, all right? I'm going to show y'all ways to get funding no matter what. Just don't take no as an answer. They just look at certain things. And when I started seeing what they was looking at, I will show you the ways to maneuver and hack. Because when you're a startup business, you might not have a lot of clients. You might not have a lot of customers. You might not have a lot of cash flow. So I will show you how to maneuver and do certain things, because you send them this and I'm like, well, we need to see this, or we need to see this, because things need to be sketchy. But you better make sure your business profiles all match up. There's no cell phone numbers. Everything's a business. Business emails, business phone numbers, business addresses, all right? If you're sending them bank statements, because they're going to see that, make sure if there's rent, they're going to ask about the rent. There's a lot of different things they're going to ask about. So just make sure things are looking right. Learn how to create an operational account, all right? I got a holding company and an operating company, all right? So we got things running through the holding company and the operating company, all right? I mean, there's different ways you can get funding. There's different ways you can make things look legit. There's different ways you can make this money look like it's multiplying. And then when it looks like it's multiplying, that's when they're gonna multiply money upon you. And that's how I can make it make sense, man. You know, that's the best way I can make it make sense. Make sure you sign up for the class right now, man. Home loan course, man. Click the description box and the directions are below. Much peace and love.